it's Megan. So I am on a roll today with videos. I am just having so much fun catching up with you guys, and I just have so much to talk about. So today I wanted to do a video about why I do not go on no buys. And so that's like kind of a no buys, you know? But what I mean by that is I don't call my not spending a no buy. I just do not do well when I tell myself, no, you're on a no buy, you can't buy this, or you're on a low buy, you can only spend $10, or no, you're on a low buy, you can only buy 2 things or whatever. Then all I can think about is that no buy. I'm like, I can't wait till this no buy is over. I can't wait till this low buy is over. I have all these things that I'm going to buy. I just can't wait till it's over and I can just splurge on everything. And it makes me go crazy. And the last time I did a no buy was last year. All I can think about is shopping if I'm on a no buy or a spending, if I call it like a no buy, a low buy, a spending restriction. Make out 2013, anyone do that? I was rewatching videos. Oh my god, you guys, I have been rewatching so many of my old videos about when I started watching PINKSOFOXY's Less Stuff, Less Stress series in 2012, and how that is why I'm at this point now, 4 years later. Her inspiration in that series changed my life, and I think that it changed a lot of people's lives. And starting in 2012, when I tried to do Makeout 2013, and I told myself, you can buy 20 items for this whole year, and by June of that year, I had already done all my 20 items, and I just gave up. And I watched I watched all my Makeout 2013 videos, and I watched my finale, and it was hilarious because I was like, I just can't do it. And I really still felt like that last year when I did my no buy, and I tried to do that, but I just couldn't. But this year, and in the future, I will never say that I am on a no buy. I will never announce a no buy. I will never say I'm on a low buy. I will never say those things. One, because it's too much pressure. Once I say I'm on a no buy, it is like the standards for that are so high, and it's great that we all are held accountable by our videos and by our watchers and stuff, but it is like added stress, and it doesn't work out for me very well. So first of all, I will never announce I'm going on a no buy because I'm not going to do them. I don't feel like I want to shop that much, and I still obviously get urges to shop. I still look at things to shop for, and I definitely want to spend money. A lot of the time I'm like, oh my god, it would be nice to buy that. But what has completely changed inside of me is how I talk to myself, or like think to myself before making a purchase. And before, if I was on a no buy or a low buy, sure, I would say like, no, don't buy that, you're on a no buy. But then I would be like, you're on a no buy now, but you can get it next month. No, that is not how I think anymore. Now I think, do you really need that? Like, you already have 5 foundations, or you already have like that one that you're working on, but you're not really done with it. And a really good example is I am not quite done with my Tata Harper resurfacing mask. I would say I probably have 3 to 5 masks still in my jar of that, but I want to try the Andalou Naturals pumpkin honey glycolic mask. But I have this urge to buy that, but I know that I'm not done with my Tata Harper. So I'm not saying that I can never buy the Andalou Naturals one. I know that I eventually will, but I don't have to tell myself like, no, you cannot buy that at all. I just know, oh, well, I don't need that right now. I already have that other product, so that's why I don't need to buy that. And having a different mentality about spending money and shopping in general has completely changed everything about my life, and that it sounds so extreme. Like when I hear myself say that, I know that I sound like this crazy person that's like, if you make this change, your life will be forever changed. And like it's rare that anyone ever believes people like that, even though like I am truly speaking my truth and I am just being totally honest. And I think a lot of people that sound kind of like maniacs who are saying like, this will change your life forever, they are speaking from their heart and they are telling their own truth. But it's really impossible to believe someone that says that without experiencing it yourself. So if I heard someone say that before, it probably would have inspired me. It would have made me think a little bit, but I don't think I would have believed them when they said it totally changed their life, because you can see my life isn't totally changed. I still have junk all over the place that I need to deal with, and I still shop, but the way that I think about shopping and when I am making purchases or tempted to make a purchase is so like light years away and so completely different than how I thought about shopping even just 1 year ago, 8 months ago, even last fall. I was just a maniac with shopping, and thinking to myself that I don't need something, or telling myself, oh, well, especially doing my inventories, that really helps. Oh, well, you already have those 3 foundations that you need to work through, so getting one more will not really make you feel better because you have a new thing. It will actually add stress to you because now you have this new thing that you won't even want to use because you have to use up these other ones if I choose to use them up. And it's like getting a new thing will not even bring me happiness, it'll bring more stress. That in itself just makes me not want to shop. Like if I'm working through all my skincare and I've been doing really, really well at that and I'm very proud of myself, but there's still a lot to still use up. And knowing that I still have, right now I have 2 more nighttime moisturizers, and there's a morning moisturizer that I have that I could definitely use at nighttime in the summer. So I've been researching like nighttime moisturizers to purchase and different ones that have been on my list, but I know, oh, well, I have that daytime one that I can use, so that just reminds me, oh, well, I don't need to buy that. So I pretty much talk myself out of buying almost everything that I want, and that is completely different than how I would think when on a no buy or a low buy or Makeout 2013 or any challenge that I was doing for myself that was trying to encourage me to spend less. It actually encouraged me to push off purchases but then go crazy shopping afterwards. And I'm sure some people can do no buys and that does not happen to them, but for me, and I have definitely heard other people have the same sentiment, that it's hard to not want to buy a lot of things after telling yourself no for a whole month or however long it was. And of course, everyone is completely different. I know people that have been on no buys for like a whole year and they're like perfectly fine and they haven't gone crazy. But I know if I tried to do a year-long no buy and I called it a no buy and I was just thinking about my no buy all the time, I would go insane. All I would be thinking about is what I would buy after this no buy ends. Can't wait for 2017, gonna buy all the stuff I wanted in 2016. And when I got to that point of being able to buy it, I'm sure I would talk myself out of some things, but still thinking about like, when this is over, I'm gonna buy all this stuff that I wanted. That is really the problem that I have with no buys myself personally. And like I've told you guys in the past, the way that I have been able to really improve my spending habits, my shopping habits, my consumerist habits is changing my lifestyle and my mentality about all these things by doing little things here and there to limit my spending for a month, or not only spend $50 each week or something like that. It definitely got me to this point. It helped teach me that those things do not work for me, which is a very, very important lesson to learn. I have been reading the Marie Kondo book, and one of the things that I find so fascinating in this book is that she says, say you buy a shirt or you buy something and it doesn't fit you well, it just doesn't look great on you, or you used it and just discovered, oh, that's not really my style. Well, you shouldn't feel like you have to hold on to it forever because you spent money on it. You should thank it and say, thank you for teaching me this lesson that tube tops don't look good on me, or this color looks terrible on me, or whatever. Like, it served a purpose of teaching you a lesson about what you do not like. And that is just as important, if not more important, than learning what you do like. Even in my personal life, friends, habits, hobbies, anything like that, the things that I have discovered I do not like definitely are just as important as things that I realize I do like. So it's very interesting to kind of, in my opinion, or how I thought of it in the past, make all these mistakes on my journey through my shopping habits and my no buys, low buys, project pans, project use it up, all those things. I felt like I made so many mistakes and I did so many things wrong, or I just didn't do it right, because now I know a lot better. But the only reason I know better now is because I made those mistakes and I realized that doesn't work for me. I can't stick to an eyeshadow palette for a whole year, so that just doesn't work for me. I don't do well on no buys because it makes me go nuts. And realizing those things by, if you want to call it making mistakes, or if you just want to call it a learning experience, that taught me so much and has got me to this point of realizing what really works for me and what has helped me become a smarter saver, a smarter shopper, a smarter consumer, and has saved me. I'm sure I have saved like thousands more dollars this year than I ever have before, just based on getting to this 4-year point. 4 years after I started all of these things, all these projects and ideas about realizing how much I own, how much I shop, what I buy, do I need that stuff? I'm buying things that I already have 5 of, and going through all those years of doing these different things and trial and error and lots of error, but I've found this really great sweet spot that I am at right now that has taught me I don't need to do such extreme things. I just need to do the same thing continuously. I need to budget. I will definitely be doing an updated budget in probably a month or so. I have a few things that are changing in my budget, got my 401k, so those things are changing, but I do want to do an updated budget and just like tell you guys what I've learned on like the changes and stuff. But budgeting really helps me. I know that so much money has to go towards my loans, my car, this, that, and the other, and then what's left I can use for shopping, entertainment, or going out to eat. So if I spend all my money at Sephora or Target or whatever, I might not be able to have enough money to go to the movies if I end up, like, I wanted to see Finding Dory twice in one weekend. I might not have been able to afford that if I spent hundreds of dollars at Sephora like I used to. And all these different things that have taught me my priorities, I've just realized shopping is not my priority, and having shopping being on the top of my mind all the time. And I know that it really seems like shopping is on my mind a lot just because I make these videos about shopping and spending and stuff all the time, but it is like I'm thinking about shopping, but in a far different way than I was before. Before I was thinking, okay, I have $50. What can I buy with $50 that I don't like, that I don't even care what I already have? If I have a foundation, let's get another. And now I think, oh yeah, I know I have $50, but like I don't really need anything. And that is so great, and I feel like that's how my sister thinks. My sister doesn't really think about money. She has tons. She knows how to save her money like no one I have ever seen before. She like never shops. She just has the things she likes. She has money if she wants to spend it, but she doesn't think about it all the time. It's just natural to her to save it and to just enjoy what she already has. And that is probably one of the things that I've learned the most, is to enjoy what you already have. Enjoy the clothes you have, enjoy the makeup you have. Of course, if those things are like far past their prime and you need to get new things, then that might be what you want to spend your money on. But if your things are in good condition and not expired and things like that, enjoy what you have already spent your money on, and don't always be thinking about what's the next thing you're gonna buy before you've even enjoyed what you already own. I think so often in my past I was shopping so regularly that I couldn't even enjoy what I was purchasing, because once I bought something, I was buying something else new that was similar enough to it that I forgot about what I just bought like a few weeks ago or a month ago, because I already got this new thing. And it was just like this cycle of buying and not using the old thing and using the new thing for a few weeks or a month, but then I'll replace it with something new. And I see that a lot on videos, is that you see tutorials or review videos or whatever it is on the most recent thing, and then a few videos later it's like that thing in the past just from a few weeks ago didn't even exist, because there's this new, greater, better thing. And it really does make you feel like you need that latest, greatest thing, and you definitely don't. You probably have something so similar, and like I've said before, there's only so many combinations that palettes can do. The packaging can change, and that really does make a difference on how eyeshadows look. And it could be like the same eyeshadows but in a different order with different packaging, and it looks completely different, and like, oh my god, I gotta have it. But when you really, really look at just the shadows, it is probably very similar to something you already have, or something that is on the next shelf at the store. So my lesson, I guess, that I have learned about no buys and spending limits is just to make it a lifestyle change. If I make it a temporary thing, my no buy is 1 month long, and that's great. In my no buys, I was able to really cut back on what I bought, but then after the fact, like I said, I totally relapsed and would buy double. So does it really help? It just kind of, you didn't do anything, but then you did double the next month, and then you just keep on going. And it just really didn't work for me. But with my lifestyle change, I have just become, I guess, apathetic towards buying a lot of stuff. I don't find it very fun. I find it more stressful. And a video I just filmed is about how I am going more natural with the beauty products that I have been choosing. So I've been doing more research on that. And so that has definitely made me think about shopping more, about products that I want to buy. And that is definitely like how I used to be, is researching products a lot, and just thinking about what I'm gonna buy next. But this, it's the same process, but just a different mindset. My mindset now is, well, you can't buy any of this stuff because you already have a mask and a moisturizer and a cleanser and like 5 oil cleansers and a serum and all this stuff. So I don't need it now, but it's good for me to do this research now that I am really thinking about the ingredients and the products that I put on my body, to learn about it before I make my decision on what to purchase, mostly because I really love it. And for a lot of people, they just, like normal people, not like us, but normal people that just go to the store and they pick out their right color and they like black eyeliner and they ran out, so they get another one. For me, and probably for a lot of you guys, we like to do research on this stuff and figure out what product is the best suited for our needs, and thinking about ingredients or longevity and all these different like qualifications that you might not think about if you're not super obsessed with makeup or whatever your interest is. And I've definitely come full circle. It's really crazy when I watched back my videos from all those years ago. It's so interesting to make videos and look back at your thoughts and the process that it has taken for me to get to this point. It is really eye-opening, and I'm really glad that I rewatched those videos to get confirmation that I am doing what I have been working for all these years. I am at this point that I was striving for so long, and I didn't know that this was the point that I have been working towards because I couldn't really see an end. It was just like this ongoing like stumble and fall process, but now I'm here and I feel so confident about this, and I have a lot of improvements still to do, but it's so encouraging to me that I am at this point because I thought I never would get here. And I know that anyone out there that's watching my videos that might spend too much, that might shop too much, that you just don't, you have this little voice inside of you that is saying like, maybe you shouldn't do that, maybe you shouldn't buy that, but you just have this urge that just keeps you shopping or spending your money. I want this to be your encouragement because I have never been a person that is good with saving money. I have always been a shopper. I've always spent my money right away whenever I've received gifts or whatever, my allowance, my paycheck, whatever money that I received, I was very quick to spend it. I knew exactly what I would buy, and it is so possible to get to this point where you are saving. You have savings way larger than you ever could have imagined that you could save up, and you're happier. And it's amazing that this is what has made me a happier person, because I always thought that having nicer things would make me a happier person, and I do love having nice things and that still does bring me joy, but nothing brings me more joy than being like confident in myself and being sure that I am financially stable and just able to take care of myself. And I know that I still live at home, so I don't have as many expenses as lots and lots of other people, but at the point that I am right now, I am just amazed, honestly, with myself. And I know that it is possible for every person, no matter what your struggle is, if it's shopping, no matter what, an addiction to anything, you can make such amazing improvements for yourself once you decide to do it. And just take that first step. You will falter and there will be mistakes that are made along the way, but they are all made to teach you a lesson, and you will be so much stronger and so much more confident and braver and just feel so much better about yourself and more confident in your decisions by going through the whole process. And I think that if this was an easy process for me, if I was just like, I'm gonna go on a no-buy and just like do perfect at it, I don't think it would have made such an impact on me, and I don't think I would feel such a passion to talk about it and share my experience, because this is something I am so passionate about, and I really, really want to encourage all of you guys to do what's best for yourself and make amazing decisions to improve your life in ways that you just can't even imagine. It is truly, truly amazing the difference in myself since I have made all these changes for me, and I'm the only one that's telling myself to do this. No one is saying, stop spending your money or whatever. Like, I have chosen to do this for myself, and that is what matters, because if someone tells you to do something, no matter what it is, even if it's to help you, it will never stick and it will never become like you, and you will never just be a different person unless you decide to do it. And once you decide to do it and you just stick with it and you do not take no for an answer, you will just be amazed. So I hope that you guys like this video. I know, as all these videos are kind of roundabout, but I'm just really, really excited to talk to you guys about these topics, and it it inspires me to talk about it and remind myself of how far I've come. And I know that so many of us have just improved in insane ways that I know I never expected for this YouTube channel to turn into this. But looking back on my videos and seeing how soon after I started my channel that I watched PINKSOFOXY's videos and I was very inspired by it, it really makes sense to me that this is why I was encouraged to be on YouTube, even though that wasn't even what was going on before I started my channel. But this whole, like, this is why I'm on YouTube, and this whole process, me sharing from start to finish, this isn't even the end, this is probably just the middle, and it's just an amazing thing to see and look back on myself and to see how much I have improved since 4 years ago, and I know how much more I will improve in the next year and years. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that it made you think or gave you some encouragement to stick with your lifestyle changes and just thinking about shopping and spending. And maybe if you're like me and no buys just really don't work for you, try to think of it in a different way. Don't think of it as a no buy, just think of your stuff and how much you do not need anymore, or how much you do not need to spend that money if you need to spend it on something else, or just save it. Saving it is always better than buying extra stuff. So I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here. It means so much to me, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.